Hey, Anthony here. One half of the dev team CenterStill Studio. I'm doing a playtest, a first impressions playtest here. I just do these raw videos to help out indie developers who are just like myself, who really need feedback on their projects. So for today, I'm doing the video. The website's called the Prime Movers, but the name of this game is called Where Are We Now? Let me see. This is by, looks like Ferris and Badir. I'm the older brother, more responsible one. Yeah, okay, so it looks like Ferris and Badir here are making these games. So again, this is PrimeMoversGames.com. They have a bunch of different games and merchandise, etc., etc. So, just doing this for the game. Oh snap, I lost it. I think it was right here. Yeah, where are we now? So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing Where Are We Now? They're asking for feedback for it. They kept it short and sweet. It's like a 2D adventure puzzle here. So let's check it out. You can download this for free on here. It's only about 50 megs. They have all the, for Apple, Windows, and Linux. So I'm going to go ahead and X this out and fire up the game. Let's check it out. Let's see, where are you? Stuff. The download demo is a little strange for the zip file, so maybe try to package that a little bit better. I had to go a little deep to find the Where Are We Now demo button. Alright, the Prime Movers games. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Let me X that out. Change my display settings so it's a little bit faster. I want to make sure I get it right. 1280 by 720. Let's go ahead and keep changes. I want to do justice to the actual frame rate here. Or do justice to the game by keeping the frame rate simple stuff. Let's do this again. Pretty quick. Once I open it, it seems to be a really simple packed game. Here we go. That's better. Loading 100%. This is the first time I haven't done this. I haven't played this yet. Thank you for playing Where Are We Now demo. The full game's still in development. Please be patient. You can probably take out please be patient. You just leave everything else though. Oh, nice. I like it. I like the music. It's very calming, very soothing. You have a lot of orange here. I would maybe add some blue. If you're trying to go with like a really calming effect, there's a lot on the red end of the spectrum here. Red is just high energy. I would add some more blue around here. This is great. I love the feedback. I love the audio feedback. I love the visual feedback. I like just switching through the options here. Nice. Nice and simple. Let's do controls. Just want to see. Oh, okay. Good, you got WASD, W jumps, okay. I accesses inventory, R uses item, or enter buildings and ascend ladders, T interacts with both people and objects, exit buildings and ascend ladders, enter and exit. Okay. I, R, and T. Check the journals. Nothing. Okay. That was a little fast. There's a lot here to read. To see characters up. There's a lot to read. Maybe make that so there's a prompt so I can either click on it or press like a button to continue. Maybe space to continue or something. Oh, nice. Well, ain't that situation confusing? Just waking up on some weird island with no idea. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what happened. Hold on. Oh no. Okay. So you had it come up, and I just went to click on the paper to see, and it came up over top of it. So maybe have all the background stuff pause whenever I press T to inspect an object to be able to read it. Pause. Press escape again to resume. Press R to quit. Let me press R. I kind of screwed myself there. I'm gonna read the journals. That's probably a journal, right? That's what I thought. Okay, good. That's pretty intuitive. Oh no! That's not what I wanted. Okay. I was hoping that was the journal I just picked up, or the piece of paper. Let me go back and play. So let me read that again. Okay, wait, let me see. So I'm gonna click this, and I'm gonna read it. Just waking up on some weird island with no idea who you are, why you're there, and what to do, but you can't stay there forever, can you? Well, the decision is really yours. You either find a way out, or you wait here and see what fate has for you. There's a walkie-talkie you can use, and hopefully someone will answer. Now, before you proceed, because I know you will, be mindful of something. There's always a way, even if it doesn't seem like it. Okay, now I for inventory. Oh, you have to hold it in. It doesn't toggle. Okay. Okay. I was hoping that piece of paper would go to my inventory, so in case I accidentally clicked outside of it, I know where to go to get it again. But it looks like I can't ever read that thing again. So just in case I mess up on there and like click out or whatever I do. Maybe allow me to skip if I want, or like to read faster. First you gotta connect your island to another, or have to press a button to continue on so I can read at my own pleasure. See a chest on your island, you should check it out if you haven't already. You gotta be really careful with timing because various people read at various speeds, so you have to give the player as much control over the dialogue as possible, right? Over how we read that kind of stuff, since you're not doing actual voiceovers. So maybe add a prompt there. Maybe I can click it or press, I don't know, press like the interact button, the R or T, so I can speed it up, but then I have to press it again. It gives me a little prompt, and then I go to the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. Just a little observation. Okay, so I'm gonna check this out. Oh. It's weird how it's not a toggle. I have to hold it in. Okay. So I got an axe and I got what was that? The ability to turn that off? Let me see. Audio device. Okay. Cool. Okay, cool. I like that. Selected axe. That's cool, man. Okay, so I added an item, a log. That's cool. That is really, really weird. There's someone hanging by there. I like that. I like that feedback. Wait. Will he say anything about this one? Did I already click on this? Let me see. No, okay. I was hoping there'd be a little feedback on there. I like the juxtaposition of the mechanics here. So if I click, it tells me what he's thinking about it. I like that. And if I go over to it and actually use it with, what, maybe T? Oh, okay. I can't do anything with the TV. Okay. Okay, so I don't know what that is, and I can't click on it. It looks like I should be able to. Characters will always have a lot more to say than the essential conversation. Be sure to regularly check in with the other survivors. Press T while adjacent to them to interact. Okay, before I go any further, I'm just going to comment a little bit on the resolution of the art pieces. So you have a lot of different resolutions happening here with individual pieces. I can see that like some of them are fuzzy, which means that you're actually resizing them. So, meaning that this looks like it's like a 32 by 32 size sprite. This might be the same or a little bit bigger, but you're resizing them. This one here is maybe the same size, but it's even smaller. This one looks like... This one right here, this TV, looks like it's sized the exact same as here, and this giant island looks like you took a small one and resized it really huge. The log is separate as well. The table, it looks like it's either the same resolution, the same scale as this, or maybe a tiny bit smaller. So just be really careful with all of your sizes here. So it's really visually dissonant. Okay, so try to go back and redo all of these pieces so they're all equalized across the entire space, right? So it doesn't look like it's like a patchwork of all these pieces. You want to make it the exact same, make a giant, if you're using Photoshop or GIMP or whatever visual software you're using, make it all on one giant tile set, one giant tile sheet, and draw them all from there, right? So make sure they're all normalized. That way you get an actual proper visual representation, because right now it looks like these are all going to be replaced by real art, but I get the distinct feeling that this is the finalized art. So I'm just telling you, you should go back, revisit the way you're doing the art. That way it actually looks appropriate and doesn't give me this weird feeling when I look at it. Let me double check. Item added. What was that? Hairdryer. Okay. An old TV with some numbers and symbols written on it. Ah, that was strange. Okay, so I see what happened there. So I did this and I clicked on hairdryer, but it clicked through hairdryer. It selected hairdryer and it clicked through onto the TV. So have it so the background coding pauses when the inventory screen comes up. Ah, there we go. Activate the numbers resembling the code. Number 9? Wait, I don't know what's happening. Hold on, let me talk to him again. TS45. Okay. I'll try 4-5. Number grass. Oh, okay. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Oh. Is there more than 4? Let me see. Six. Let's try 6. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. You did a really good job on that. The sound of the bridge scared me. Maybe add a sound effect when that bridge pops up. Like, you know, and then that way it makes even more sense that the sound scared him. I like that though. I was gonna say I don't know, right? Okay. It's okay if this art is bigger as well. Like if you can reuse these and rescale them big for down here, that's fine. You're welcome to Floatville. Floatville, I like it. Woo! Mayor's office. You can enter and exit buildings by pressing R while close, and exit by pressing T. Be careful with that. What I would suggest is just making it the same button. This works with ladders and stairs too. If possible, try making it the same button. The stabilizing liquid. In the year 20XX, stabilizing liquid was released into stores. A single drop of that stabilizing liquid injected into the blood system of any... Wow, this is hardcore. of any living organism, whether it be human, a pet, or just a wild animal, would turn the victim into a mindless, peaceful slave. So in other words, you were able to get any animal human to be your pet. Of course, the business owners that agreed to release the liquid into stores, being the greedy morons that they had always been, never thought of naives buying it and kidding around with it. Unfortunately for those who had been unlucky enough to be injected with the liquid, the effect of the liquid was permanent and there was nothing that could reverse the effect. The contents of the liquid were never revealed to the public. That's crazy, man. We're lost, you know that, right? Yeah. It's the people in charge that should always have the solutions. I mean, that's how they were chosen to lead in the first place. Or so we thought. I can't find any clue on what to do next. I looked everywhere. It's probably that damn liquid. I also think the people in charge should be the wisest of all. Yeah, you would think. Like everything that comes out of their mouths are incomparable words of wisdom. I wish I was like that. Everyone's so sad. This is a very sad world. Well, you could start by always being positive, and starting a conversation with "we're lost" isn't exactly the most hopeful thing to say. Anyways, it just ignores me. Anyways, see this walkie-talkie? I managed to communicate with someone through it. Was it me? They said you'd show up, but never said when, though. So but and though are basically the same. You could say but never said when. They've spoken to me too, and they seem to know something we don't, ... Using a lot of ellipses. I know for sure that we could see, that he could see us somehow. How do I know it's a he? Metallic sighs, as if there weren't enough mysteries to solve. What I meant to say was, we'll figure it out. Oh, will we? Have you met everybody outside yet? That's a no, sir. Probably not. Why don't you go ahead and do that while I just think of wise things to say in difficult situations. Nice. Well, that's a little suspicious. Why? There's walkie-talkies everywhere? Someone's controlling this world. Can I jump on here? No. There's a lot of different buttons that are doing a lot of different things. So, like, I'll go up to the walkie-talkie and I'll forget which button interacts with it, which button talks about it, things like that. It needs a key. I do like how you have me able to select different things. So, here's one thing about that. I'm not sure what I can and cannot click on. So the table I can't. This I can. Can I click on this guy? So apparently a mayor's job is to just sit on a comfy chair all day. I like that. Maybe give me some kind of visual response when I just hover my mouse over something I can click on. Maybe just give it like a low opacity white texture, right? You know, something like there's like an overlay of a little thing. Like when I hover over this, a little white texture pops up. Hover over this, same thing. Hover over him, same thing. Just so I kind of know I can differentiate what I can and cannot click on. I hope that makes sense. You got a lot of really great ideas here. I love everything. I love games like this. This is great. Okay, so I'm pressing R to try to leave, but I can't. So I press T to leave. R to go in, T to leave. I might recommend just making that one button mechanic, just to make it a bit more elegant. Oh, because I want to talk to that guy. Can I talk? So T. Okay, T. Well, what do you think? I do. I think my whole life's strange. I don't know who I am. It's that liquid, I'm telling you. Who made that liquid? Someone must have put them here, right? He's very hungry, right? Do I have any food? No, I just have a hairdryer. This damn animal, man. Doesn't seem like it can talk. Yeah? Let's try that out. Hello? Okay, so you can't talk. That was awkward. Oh, you need a hairdryer? Wait, what's that say? Hello? Oh. Oh, it automatically, okay. Hi there, I don't recognize you. Were you always there? Were you always here? Nah, I just connected my island to this island. Flowers look like apples and she's missing the red one. If you find anything red that you think fits, can you give it to me? Anyways, I gotta get back to the flowers. See you around. Talk to me. Oh, I see, the one's missing. Coincidences were never as shocking as waking up on a floating island, am I right? Although a robot, she looks different from me, TS-45 and the mayor. Wait, is she a robot? Is everyone here robots? That's interesting. Today has been a very strange day for me. First I wake up to buttons beeping all over my body, normal for a robot, but then a strange creature approached me, not quite huge, but definitely not small either. It was a brown four-legged pig-like creature and it surely had one annoying sniff. Despite the weird sounds it made, it seemed friendly, so I petted it and got up to my feet. Oh wait, so she woke up and she was still laying down, then she got up to her feet. Okay, that sentence is a little confusing. It was quiet, eerily quiet, and the sound of the wind was stronger than ever. It was when I fully stood up and scanned the area around me that I figured out why, and the answer was stranger than I had ever thought it would be. I was stuck on a floating island. I was speechless. You're using a lot of ellipses here. Simple periods a lot of these times will do. I was stuck on a floating island, exclamation, ... I was speechless. My brain component didn't know what to think. The amount of questions that I had at that moment was unexplainable. Like, what was I doing here? How did I get there? What was the creature doing there too? What was I supposed to do now? You know, the logical questions you'd ask yourself in that situation. I figured I should walk around and explore a bit and maybe find the answers to some of the questions I had, but what I found shocked me. There were two houses, one that said the mayor's office and the other didn't say anything, but instead had the symbol of a flower and was covered completely in pink. I had always loved flowers in the color pink, so obviously that was the one I explored first. So it was a typical house and had a bed, a table, some chairs, this diary that I'm using right now, and some decorations. Something deep down in my metallic heart told me that I was built for me, or it told me that it was built for me, so I made it my house until I figured what I was supposed to do. Now when I left the house, I noticed something. The house had one beautiful backyard with huge, gorgeous flowers. I was frozen by the beauty of the view, which was interrupted by the creature running towards them and sniffing them. Anyways, the flowers were bigger than any flowers I'd ever seen before, but they were missing something, a color, red. They were missing the red flower. It was that moment that I decided that if I were to live in this house for long, it had to be perfect. Moving on, I decided to check the other house, which said mayor's office. Upon trying opening it, so to say, upon trying to open it, it wouldn't budge. It was locked, and I, of course, didn't have the key. That was pretty much everything on the island. I had no idea what I was supposed to do, so I grabbed the creature, set it on my lap, and sat down on the edge of the island. Everything the creature did was unusual. It wouldn't stop sniffing or walking in circles. But the most odd thing that happened was how all of a sudden it just stopped and stared down into the void with its wider than ever, maybe with its eyes wider than ever. I think it felt something I couldn't feel, but that was all interrupted by a loud thump that came from the edge of the island opposite from where the houses. I don't think I ever stood up as quickly as I did when I heard that sound. It was terrifying to say the least, even for a robot. I looked over to where the sound was coming from, and there it was, another robot. It had a cyan-colored screen face, and was it had a cyan-colored screen as a face, and was wearing a top hat and something that resembled a suit, although not quite one. He introduced himself as the mayor and told me that it wasn't just his title, but his name too. There's a lot here. The story he said was very similar to mine, and I'm assuming the creatures too. He just woke up on a floating island that he had connected to my island using a log that he had gotten from a tree that was on his island. He was just as confused as I was, and he had no idea what was going on. I glanced over his shoulder to see his island, and there they really were, the island and the log. It was much smaller than my island and had what seemed like a deck and a huge sign. As much as I was relieved to find that I wasn't all alone in that situation with a speechless animal, the whole situation was just weird. I'm also almost sure his island wasn't there before. Anyways, after some more talking, something shiny in his pocket caught my attention. It was a key. It was that moment that everything finally made sense. I knew exactly what that key was for. He went to the office and tried the key, and it worked. The lock clicked and the door slowly creaked open. The office didn't have as much items and clues as we had hoped for, just a desk, a chair, a locked lockbox, and a walkie-talkie. We figured that maybe the next step that needs to be taken was to wait, as after his key opened the office, my island, his key opened the office on my island, we figured that maybe something will happen or someone will show up eventually with the answer for the question, what do we do next? There was a lot there. What are you doing here? Me, just enjoying the beauty of this house. There was a lot there. I don't know, I would maybe cut that down by about 30%, just a little bit. It was getting to the point where I was like, okay, I'm reading a lot. I'm absorbing it though, it's really interesting. She woke up on this island, there was the animal here, there was nobody else here, and then the mayor showed up by lowering a log. So everybody's kind of getting to this island the same way, which is interesting. I thought it was sheep that helped those that sleep with sleeping. Check his bed. What was the letter? FS? Wait. This is probably where the mayor came from. Oh, that's weird. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for that. So T and then R. A little weird. Little weird. I wish it was just like T and then T, or one button to get off. Welcome to Flipville. So everybody's robots. Whoa! Am I gonna get hit by the train? Boosh. Whoa. City conductor. Howdy. Well, it's the first time I had ever reached this stop. You look pale. Don't tell me you've never seen a train before. They're usually bigger than us, or than this, but this is a floating train, you know? And as you might have guessed, I drive it from stop to stop. But to be honest, there isn't a whole lot of stops. There are other islands? Oh, you betcha. Are there others, or is it just you? Indeed, there is 4 others if a baby animal counts as one. Well, I can't wait to meet him. What's the next stop? The Mayor's Island. The floating market. We going, bro? Oh, hello. Let me guess, you drive this train and it leads somewhere else. That's correct. Oh, that's weird. Appears to be a little bug here with me moving and them talking. What are we waiting for? Let's go. Hold on, we have a problem. I like how the colors kind of correspond to them. I'm afraid if we all just hop on the train, we're going to have a capacity problem. 2 have to stay, but don't worry, we can come back here anytime we please. Okay. First person to talk to the driver gets to pick who comes along. Excuse me. What? Fine, pick. This is crazy. You're only choosing who to bring along for the first exploration of the floating market. You'll be able to switch back and forth between both stops once you make sure it's safe. Oh, it's a tapir. Nice. Yeah, we all want to go. We all want to go, Mayor. You guys stay here and be wise. Yeah, does he? I don't know if he does. He's not much of a leader. On this wretched island, Jesus. Why is he the mayor? So have we. Please don't make this more complicated than it has to be. Okay. So, I'm going to give a little bit of feedback here. What's happening is the first couple of minutes were really full of... I really like the puzzles that you were adding. Nice, that's great. This is perfectly timed. Okay, so I'm going to give my feedback now. I didn't do anything there. It just kind of quit me out. I'm going to quit. Okay. 30 minutes. Great. Nice. Okay, so my feedback here, aside from kind of what I was telling you with the visuals and the things like the timed dialogue and things like that. So the first couple of minutes were fantastic. Okay, I mean the whole thing was great. This is I see the direction you're taking and I love it. It's really unique. Your voice is super unique. Just work on the writing a little bit, but work on your language. Work on the use of like the ellipses. You don't have to have a lot of those ellipses a lot. You could use periods. For the diary, for her diary, cut that down a little bit. There was a lot of exposition, a lot of reading. I'm a reader, luckily, but a lot of gamers really aren't. Even puzzle gamers aren't really big readers, but you had a lot of really good stuff there. The first couple of islands were awesome. You had a lot of puzzling. I loved the way that you did the TV and selecting the numbers. That was really clever. A lot of that stuff was really, really clever. When you got to the main island, you really started to drop a lot of that stuff. I mean, I was really expecting a lot more hands-on puzzling through that last island before I met with the train driver, with the conductor. So reimagine that island. Give me some more puzzles to work with. Really hammer that home. You know, the ability to utilize different things. Just give me a little taste of some more puzzling there that I can really sink my teeth into before you end the demo, before you allow me to select 2 allies and end the demo. I really want more stuff there. You had a lot of good exposition, a lot of great writing, really interesting voice and tone. I really love it. I love the direction you're taking. Work on your visuals, work on normalizing your visuals all across the spectrum, because right now it feels like all of it's just placeholder art, but it appears to me that might be your finalized art. I'm not really sure. Okay, so really awesome work. Keep working on it. Keep pushing it. I love what you're doing. I love the direction you're taking. Just work on the way that you're writing it, like how much writing is there. Work on the speed that I can choose as a player, how fast the dialogue comes and goes. Work on blocking out the background mechanics whenever the inventory comes up. Work on allowing me to just use one interact button for everything I can interact with. Don't try to make that more elegant. And really give me some more puzzles to work with, more hands-on puzzles to work with on that island. I know you were going somewhere with the colors of the apples and the colors of the flowers and things like that, but you were hinting at something I'll do later. Instead, allow me to do more stuff now. More puzzles, more puzzles. Just keep me kind of working through it. Keep me working my brain out while I'm going through those. Very great work. I love it. I can't wait to see more of what you're actually working on with this. Okay, so great work, you two. This is fantastic. Keep it coming, and keep working on your strengths. All right. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully you got some good feedback, and all right, stay in touch. Bye.